Hey Daniela,
Hi, Lorenza.
how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. What are you doing?
I'm just reviewing some notes I took on Siddhartha.
Awesome. What part of Siddhartha are you on?
I'm in the part where Siddhartha realizes that Buddha, even though is his example, is not really the answer to what he's looking for. He realizes that even though Siddhartha, even though the Buddha,
No importa, sigue Dani, síguelo.
even though the Buddha is everything he ever wanted to be, he'll never be the Buddha because he has not had the same experiences that he has. So in order to be something similar, he has to create the experiences himself.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually on that part too. And I have a question for you. Do you think it was okay how the followers of Buddha treated Siddhartha when he decided to leave them? You know, when the lady offered Siddhartha some food and he actually took it and he ate it, like, do you think it was good how they treated him?
Yes, I was really surprised in that part because I thought that even though they learned how to control themselves and lead to peace by suffering, they were also morally above everyone, something like that. But no, because they treated Siddhartha badly, despite it seemed like they couldn't accept other opinions, and since it was like a brotherhood, I don't think that a brother would deserve that treatment.
Yeah, I mean, I think Siddhartha is human, and I think that's part of being human, making mistakes and changing your opinion. I mean, at first he thought that he wouldn't even dare eat more than what was enough for a bird to feed himself every day, but then he actually realized that was not the way. So I think they shouldn't have treated him like that because that's part of being human, changing your mind and changing your opinion on how things are.
Yes.
So do you think suffering is an important subject in this book?
Well, yes. I think, for example, Gautama talked about suffering, the origin of suffering, the way to release from suffering, and had been found. Right? That's something that, like a quote that I have here. I think that it is because, in my opinion, suffering, even though it hurts, it can also make you stronger, but depending on what type of person you are. And sometimes suffering really changes your mind on things, and because you see another way, because you see other people who have really been suffering for all their life, and you really put yourself really in those shoes, so that's important.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I mean, the whole story is Siddhartha trying. First, he discovered suffering and how it was bad, and then he decided to go with the samnas to find out how to get rid of suffering. And then when he was with the Buddha, he realized suffering was part of how he would get the answer, and then he didn't want to suffer anymore. So I think it's a constant thing in the book, but I think it also changes a lot.
Yes. Also, I was just thinking that I think that it's ironical how he also mentions this, but I just think it was a really good reflection that
Ya no lo pauses. Ya, corte. Dale, sigue. No lo pauses.
When do you think Siddhartha realized Buddha was not the answer to what he was looking for?
Okay, I think that was when Buddha went to his special place and Siddhartha followed him. I think it's when he talked and they were, and I mean Siddhartha was I just think your way is incredible. I mean, you have found the answer to everything, but I just don't think that's the answer. Here's a quote I got from the book. This is Siddhartha talking to the Buddha. It says, "It does not contain the secret of what the illustrious one himself experienced, he alone." I think it's trying to just tell the Buddha, I mean, we're not all like you, so I mean, the way you found the answer is great, but I don't think that will work for me. So I think that's when Siddhartha realized that he needed to follow his own path to find his own answer.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.